Hello, everybody. Welcome and good afternoon. Hope you're all doing fantastic. And welcome to the second week of the fourth season of the PvP League. My name is Salty as usual, and I'm joined. I have the honor to be joined today by no one else than Iceflux himself. Hello, Iceflux. How are you today?
Hello, I'm good. Somehow managed to make it here in time, but
That
yeah.
was that was very short.
Hey, I got here with 10 seconds to spare.
Yeah, literally 10 seconds before we started here, Iceflux joined the voice call, and I was getting really nervous, but he made it, so that's fantastic. And guess what, Iceflux? This time around, I'm actually prepared.
Oh?
Yeah, I got everything set up. I have like my, you know what like a stream deck is, right? I have my buttons set up so I can start and stop the timer. Everything automated now. This is awesome.
Oh my god, thank God for that.
So if I forget the timer today, there's no excuse for that. But on another note, am I seeing wrong? Or is there like 10 times more people than last week already?
There's definitely more people than last week.
Right?
I think so anyway.
Yeah, it looks quite a bit more than last time. So let's see what's gonna happen today. How many fights we'll have today. How are you guys doing in the chat today? Hope you had a fantastic week so far. Hope everything's going all right there. Oh, we already have the first word. Okay, so if you want to participate in the first round, you have to whisper Kartoffel, which is the German word for potato, to vegan.
That's the German word for potato?
Yeah, Kartoffel, yeah.
That's a very weird word.
Why is that a weird word?
I don't know. There's some languages that pronounce certain words. It looks weird. You know, I wouldn't have ever gathered potato from that.
Well, but you see, the beauty about the German language is you actually pronounce the things the way you write them out, right? It's not like French where you leave out like half the word.
Wow.
Well, it's true. Like half of the word you just don't pronounce at all. And I can say that with confidence since I had 6 years of French at school. Yeah.
Okay, I forget you speak multiple languages.
Well, no, I don't speak French anymore. I do understand a little bit, but just a little bit. What about you? Do you also speak multiple languages?
You asked me this one before.
I know.
I do speak a second language, but I won't tell you what language.
Okay. Is it a European language?
It is a European language,
okay.
Yes.
Would have been interesting if it wasn't. You know, I'm missing something. I need to turn on the Florensia music. There you go. That's better.
Get that sweet.
Wait, why is there no music? Oh, that's too loud. Let's put it. There's no music.
Surround sound, maybe?
No, surround are like the birds and all that. Yeah.
Have you got it muted via your actual sound settings?
No. Oh, no, it kicked in. It kicked in.
Oh, there we go.
Just took a second. Beautiful. Oh, no. Now I broke the window. Oh, God.
You had everything prepared and you just broke it.
It's fine. It's fine. So you just got to see like, you just see in the top left where it says, you know, the window basically. But I guess that's all right. That's a little side effect, unfortunately, of when you play Florensia in full screen mode and you click somewhere else, Florensia closes or minimizes itself. And so in order to combat that, I'm using a software called Borderless Gaming. But whenever you go into the settings of Florensia and save something, it likes to break it. But I'm not gonna bother with that for now. I think it's fine the way it is. The only thing that's being blocked now is the XP bar, but... Oh well, speaking of XP, there's still double XP event going on, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all doing leveling at this moment. Well, not right now, obviously, because now you gotta participate in the PvPs, but... I'm looking at this and it looks like we're gonna have like 20 PvPs per round. Wow. You better be ready to be here until 10 p.m. Iceflux.
I kind of wasn't expecting to be here till 10 o'clock. I mean, I've got something to do in about an hour and a half.
Oh boy.
Let's see how the PvPs go, and hopefully they go by quite fast.
You heard that, vegan? Better be quick.
Vegan. No. Vegan, you're not allowed to participate.
I mean, we already have 2 full rows of name.
It's a lot more people than last time.
Why Bird does not get streamed? Now, I'm not quite sure if there is another person streaming the Bergroon server right now, but the obvious problem why we can't stream on both servers is that they're both happening simultaneously, and obviously we cannot be on both sides at the same time commenting those. Ah, there you go. Achim just posted a link of someone that's actually streaming the Burr server, so that's perfect. Fantastic, thank you. Now we have tried to do that in the past. We've tried to basically, you know, have the PvPs on Bergroon happen at another time and stuff like that. But obviously, that's just very hard to do because at the end of the day, everyone needs to have time. And there's quite a lot of people involved in making the PvP league happening. So it looks like we're nearing the end of the collection of names.
I think we're reaching like 30 names.
I didn't count them yet, to be honest, but that's what it's looking like.
And there's a lot of familiar names from last week as well. There's also a few new people that I haven't seen.
There's definitely a few new names. There's a lot of names. Oh my god. Now, let's give a quick update before the first round starts. So we have been able to give out a first draft to the task force regarding the 4th class balance patch, and it's been mostly received very well. There's a few tweaks that we need to make, a few changes, but I guess I'm expecting, or we're expecting, to be able to publish the draft for the 4th class balance next week sometime. So stay tuned for that on the Discord server. It's actually, compared to the last patch, it's a bit of a smaller patch, but it's a lot of, I would say, quality of life changes, perhaps. And a few things that we've never tried before, a few very interesting changes that will definitely spice up not only the PvP, but also the PvE experience. So yeah, very much looking forward to that, and hope you guys are also looking forward to that. And if everything goes to plan, next week we'll have it be in the preview channel on the Discord server. Now. Looks like we're at the end of collecting the names. Oh god, how many are those? Like 30, 40, 50 names?
It's definitely a lot of names. Have to find out when the matches start.
And if we already have the first one. Okay. If the random generation system is as good as last week, we'll end up with the same fights. Right. So now, what? So they already announced the first match, which would have been Rain versus Osborne, but for some reason it's not happening. So now it's Kiki Omega versus Randall. Is it though? Are they just randomly making the PvPs now, just to make my life hard? There you go. Right. Yeah, very important for everyone that's here. Please clear the mid area. As you can see, there's a lot of people and there's a very small gap. So if you can, please just make as much room as possible. Oh. Yeah, so Jim Apple has 10 minutes left on the... Okay, that's why probably they just postponed that PvP fight. Alright, so right from the get-go, very, very chaotic.
Well, the first PvP was Rain v Osborne, but it looks like that one isn't happening currently.
Yeah.
So... Okay. Bit of
Uh,
confusion, it looks like. Everyone seems to be a bit
yeah,
confused. Who's
everyone's
actually
confused.
fighting first.
Oh, that's great. We need, you know what we need? We need like a window or like a screen with the elevator music, and then just like technical issues. We'll be right back. Dun, 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 dun,
Oh,
dun, dun.
I mean, and then just that awkward, just smiling and just like, just waiting.
Yeah, exactly. Or we need like a face cam.
Uh,
And then we just, you know, we just grab a book, and then we just, with a very deep voice, once upon a time, there was a young boy. He went into the forest. Oh my god, I can.
So what I'm hearing here is
Yeah.
that face cam feel wet.
We already said face cam when we're reaching 5,000 followers, didn't we?
And we're currently at how many followers?
I don't see that right now. I'd have to change the screen, but the first PvP fight is going on, so we better focus on that right now. So Randall versus Kiki Omega is happening. Dun dun dun.
Okay, so it's been swapped over.
Yeah.
Cool. So we got the stuns, and the stun blocks the teleport.
That was a perfectly timed stun. It's very hectic PvP already going on.
Kiki's already ran out of mana, and Randall is already taking a lot of damage now.
Yeah, only way I see him, Kiki Omega saving himself is if he has Lure of Incubus right now. But that looks very bad. He doesn't have protection of mana. Oh, last
he got the lure.
second lure. Oh my god. What a save.
And that's going to be enough to generate enough MP to actually finish off Randall properly.
If he has the combo ready, then... Oh, yeah. Well, oh, okay.
The stun
Blocked. There comes a burst shot, but... didn't
But
work.
he stuns him, but
Oh, he
didn't
did.
actually. But the animation for the other skill went off first.
Yeah. So he did hit burst shot, but then the other was that shade came through, unfortunately for Randall, and that was just enough for him to make the rest of the damage. 2.6k crit shock, and then that was it. Yeah, very interesting first fight already.
Absolutely.
So let's see who's gonna be next. Again, there's a lot of confusion happening apparently. So apparently someone who wants to participate is having the Lord buff, which again is not too much, but...
So it looks like someone is being entered when they didn't actually ask to participate.
Okay.
Okay, we definitely need the elevator music.
We do, right? So looks like the first fight, Osborne versus Rain. Osborne has an auto win. I don't know if Rain's not here or whatever's happening. It's very chaotic right now, but looks like we're going to the second fight that was supposed to happen, which is going to be Sanji versus Daniel B. Yep, looks like that's going to happen. So we have a Shaman versus a Court Magician.
Interesting, and we all know the last time Shamans just were dominating. They were really beating the Court Magicians quite hard with their Thorn Trunk combo.
Definitely.
So it'll be interesting to see if the Thorn Trunk combo being pulled off will obviously make the CM struggle. Beginning the Revenant's Curse to deplete MP and HP over time.
I'm
Some Flare of Darknesses.
still wondering if the Court Magicians or the Nobles don't know that they can teleport. If they can.
I think they do know they can teleport.
Uh-huh.
I just don't know why they don't.
Yeah, right? They just don't.
I mean, the last time Thorn Trunk worked properly was what, 5 years ago?
I don't
longer?
actually know that. The top of my head.
Cool. So, Danny B looks like he is just trying to do some poke and trying to wait out the Armor of Light. But now we're getting the entire combo from the Shaman. No Thorn Trunk coming through though. So we had all the debuffs, all the touch death all casted, but there was not a single Thorn Trunk. So I'm wondering if they haven't got it skilled.
They did have Thorn Trunk. They used it earlier, but obviously Thorn Trunk wouldn't have helped in this situation. And unfortunately, after the entire combo went out with Touch of Death, there wasn't enough time with Chains of Light. So Daniel B played very smart there, just basically denying the entire Touch of Death. And there's the second attempt to make damage with Touch of Death on him. And it's looking very good. Oh, never mind.
I feel like the combo was messed up slightly. Like, ideally, you don't want to start off with Chains of Light because that's the skill you're relying on during the Touch of Death period.
Yeah.
So I always feel like you should use Touch of Death first, then Chains of Light, and that will allow you to get the entire combo, hopefully.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's not that easy, you know. I feel like as a saint, you have to time it, or especially as a shaman, you have to time it perfectly to get. Well, I guess you would want to have Touch of Death on first, then Chains of Light, and then everything else. But obviously, as soon as you have Touch of Death on the enemy, they will try to stun you or whatever. And Chains of Light has, in fact, a little animation, or sorry, cast time. So it's very easy to block that off. So that, I think that's where you have to decide, okay, Touch of Death first, or do you want to have Chains of Light on first?
Absolutely. I must admit, though, I'm very confused with who's actually fighting next, and
yeah, I'm
seems to be
confused
a lot
too.
of confusion happening.
Release. I don't actually. Oh, okay. So yeah, I don't know. It's a bit confusing what's happening right now. But next up, we'll have Zorby versus I Win. I wonder if that's I Won.
No, I Win is a different person.
Oh,
That
really?
much for a fact. Correct.
Oh wow. Okay. Interesting.
Ooh, so another shaman, though. You're seeing a lot more shamans lately.
Oh yeah, we are definitely seeing more shamans. Yeah. It's interesting not to see a lot of priests though.
Well, I mean, priests were always their favor for just bust and everything, but now shamans have got their like full-on combo back. I think everyone's just wanting to play shaman again. You know, getting that nice feel of being able to inflict 10k damage in no time.
So, adding to the confusion, Iwin apparently gave Zorby the Armor of Light by accident. Oh man, we'll be here until 11 p.m. I can see that already. We should have been on the 5th fight already. So it looks like they're skipping ahead.
So is this a good time for me to order food now then?
Probably.
If we hit to 11.
Probably. So they did skip another fight, which was LT Lion versus Luffy, or Ruffy, or well, I don't know, how do you want to pronounce that, which Luffy doesn't have any items. Equipment. Yeah, he's just been banned by vegan. Okay.
Okay, so LT Lion does win that by default.
No, he did win by fight, but Luffy just got disqualified because, again, they didn't do any skills or anything, and they didn't have any armor, any weapons.
And
so,
interesting enough, Luffy is automatically being banned from the PvP League. So that's, you know, if you troll a fight, you get banned straight away, it looks like.
Yep, that's what it looks like.
No taking this lightly. It's a lot of chat action.
Yeah, there's I don't understand why they're just being here right in the middle, like the entire squad, but okay.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense either, but meanwhile, we have got Iwin v Zorby happening. Looks like Zorby is trying to slow them down and just kite them. Iwin's armor of light has fallen off now. And Iwin is taking a lot of damage, and Zorby is just comfortably taking this win.
That was incredible, yeah. Wow. Yeah, so I feel like Saints are in a good spot, but it's actually not easy to play them. That's what it looks like.
Saints were, they're not the most easiest class to play, because you're not fast. You know, you're quite slow as a class.
Yeah.
And your skills require a certain method to be executed, and it's very easy to stop that method from being executed properly.
Exactly.
So Saints are just one of those classes where if you pull it off, you're godlike, but if you don't pull it off, you're going to be crying in a corner.
So we have I1, the real I1 this time versus Giiku. I'm pretty sure we've seen that last week too.
I'm pretty sure we have.
Come on, Jeremy, what's happening here? It's like even last season, I1 was always fighting against vegan. Not my fault. Yeah, it is your fault.
It's completely Jeremy's fault.
100%.
I mean, this is what you get when you get a junior coder doing stuff.
Right, looks like I1 is playing on time because of the Armor of Light. And now that the Armor of Light it did run out, I1 is trying to put out some damage. Here comes the the Chains of Light, so he can't do anything. Running away, kiting a little bit, that's what a sniper can do the best. Well, actually, Excavator is better at that, but snipers are quick too. That comes to sniping, putting out some damage, but I think Giiku is not really too much cared about it, but fight goes on. I1 slowly but surely depleting on mana, while Giiku has the second round of Armor of Light. Now it's going to be interesting to see what I1 does. Probably playing on time with a little bit of stunning and, yep, slowing.
I mean, in this situation, he's just trying to stun, kite, sit down for a second, recover some MP, and just try to stay healthy. He's just waiting for his opportunity to go full-on attack. But Giiku is thorn trunking him, stopping him from disappearing, using Revenant's Curse to deplete MP as well. So that's making it much harder for I1 to actually recover MP. Okay, so I1's gone for the attack now. Sniping, Flame Splash. And yeah, it's getting closer now.
Even with the shooting, no, not the shooting move, even with the moving shot, Giiku was able to bring out the Thorn Trunk. But of course, Thorn Trunk, I think, against snipers or excavators for that matter, doesn't really matter too much because they're range anyways. And the range of an explorer is technically greater than the one of a saint because of Eagle Eye, which gives you 2 meters of extra range when skilled.
Absolutely. It looks like it's both low on MP now. Giiku has got the MP to heal, so this is slightly in his favor.
Yeah, I think I1 is just waiting until Armor of Light will run out and then try to bring out another combo, probably.
Pretty sure that's all he can do at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, he did do a really nice, well-timed rest earlier to recover a tiny bit more MP.
Look, he's waiting for the burst shot. Wanna bet? Yep, there it is. Oh,
And
missed it!
That is...
Oh, no.
He's mainly hoping for a crit and an auto attack now, so we can actually rest and recover some MP again.
Yeah, looks like that's... Oh.
There we go. Well-timed rest again. Managed to get some MP back.
Yeah, but Giiku now has Armor of Light, and there's... Oh, that was enough damage! Unbelievable! Oh. That one sniping! Incredible! I didn't see that coming.
I mean, surely you saw a sniping coming.
Well, I mean, yeah, I did see a sniping coming, but I didn't expect it to be enough damage.
I mean, true. I mean, he had the Armor of Light on, but... Wait a minute. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry, my math in my head kind of went wrong.
Do you hear something? I'm not quite sure what you mean, Achim. I do hear something, yeah.
I mean, I hear codes.
Right, so that goes versus Jim Honey. Jim Honey? Have we seen that name before, Ice? I don't think so.
No. We haven't seen Jim Honey before. We've seen Jim Apple. So
yeah.
I don't know if this is like a name, like sort of like intagnant with the other name.
Yeah, could be. So the entire combo went out from Z-Ghost. It wasn't quite enough to beat Jim Money, but he's very low on HP, so it's going to be interesting to see what he's going to do. Yeah, it was a lot of Incubus, now a little bit of regeneration, but the combo is out. And Z-Ghost probably has his combo ready by the time Lure is off. So looking a bit grim, but...
Okay, got a lightning shot, Firepole.
Oh.
On the Lure, in the shade. Okay, so Z-Ghost didn't want to waste any time, just uses both to guarantee that they both hit.
Yeah.
Or at least one of them hits. And it looks like, you know, Jim Honey does lose this one in the end. There was a little window where I thought Jim Honey actually messed up his timing. And I think Z-Ghost managed to counter that. From the looks of it.
I don't know, actually. I think it was fine. I think the problem for Jim Money was just he didn't have anything ready at that time anymore because he used his entire combo, and it looks like everything just wasn't cooldown at this stage. Right, so next one, Jibs versus Mr. Koblak. I'm quite sure we've seen that one last week too.
I think the issue is because all the names are very similar. We just assume that we've seen them all because, you know, the PvPs are like 2 minutes sometimes.
Yeah.
So it kind of feels like they're all fighting each other. Meanwhile, Mr. Koblak has got on the attack, even though he's got Touch of Death on him. Not wasting any time trying to whittle down Jibs.
And it's interesting to see because right away you can tell that Mr. Koblak is just trying to basically stun every time Chips is trying to do any sort of skill, you know, healing or whatever.
Well-timed Crimson Dust, using it exactly when he got Thorn Drunked to make sure that any damage that Chips is about to do is all full-on reflected.
And there it was again, perfectly timed stun. He knew when to use it.
Absolutely. Armor flight back up though. And Mr. Koblak is mainly just doing a lot of damage over time effects and kiting and then the stunning. He's just playing this very smart. Just relying on Gun Cutter and Gas Bomb to do the damage whilst he just tries to stun and kite.
Well, a lot of damage.
Here comes the big damage. Crimson Dust again.
A little bit too late this time though, but still...
But was it late due to the cooldown change?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Because it was obviously increased to 25 seconds, wasn't it?
20. Was
20
it?
seconds,
What, 20, 20, 25?
I thought it was 25.
I have so many numbers in my head right now. I mix them up quite often lately.
I'm pretty sure it was 25.
Yeah, I think so.
If it was 20, he would have definitely had Crimson Dust up in time. And now there's a lot of action inside the crowd, so it's hard to see what's happening.
Yep.
But it looks like Mr. Koblak has taken the win.
He did. Very well played. I didn't see that coming. I really thought the Shaman would win this time around.
Absolutely. And the main thing he did was he went super aggressive when he was Touch of Death the first time.
Yep.
Then he just started using Gun Cutter, Gas Bomb, doing damage over time effects, and stunning Chivs at the exact same time he's about to try to do a combo or some form of attack back to him. And he was very smart with the way he was using his stuns, and I think, you know, that's what gave him the win in the end.
I'm sorry, but every time I see a gladiator in the PvP league now, I just can't help but smile. I'm sorry. I'm just waiting for it.
Is this the evil smile like, oh, you're about to get
clapped on? Yes, look at that. Look at that.
Just kicking him back into the crowd like, we are fighting, but you're going back in the crowd.
Oh, but looks like Hank is on an HP build.
Yeah.
Which I suppose against the mercenary, it's quite good actually.
Definitely is, but is there any damage coming out? I mean, Toy Milos is tanking this incredibly.
He's incredible tanky, yeah. But also Toy Milos is not using... Oh, he is using Berserk, okay.
Yes, he is. I mean, it makes sense to use Berserk because it won't affect the damage you take from the magic class.
Yep, just a quick heads up, as a quick foreshadow, I suppose. We are changing that, so in the future, the Berserk skill will also decrease the magic defense, which is only fair, I suppose.
I mean, it definitely makes sense because else it's like two classes can't do anything.
Yep.
And he's just getting a buff against those classes.
And of course, hello Grouch. How are you today? Yeah, but I think in this fight, the Gladiator does have the upper hand because... Yeah, actually, maybe not.
I mean, Hank's doing very well against the Gladiator, and the damage over time is starting to whittle down Toy Milos' HP.
Yeah.
I definitely think Hank's got the upper hand here, and because he's a full com build, you're not going to be able to take him down very easily.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Like, even when Toy Milos does get close and is able to bring out his entire combo, Hank doesn't care too much about it. And then, of course, he just teleports away or heals himself with Vampiric Touch, so insane.
Absolutely. This is what makes Magic Knight so annoying in a 1v1. They just got such good sustain. They can recover the MP, the HP, and they got all the skills for the CC as well.
Definitely, yeah.
And alongside that, Hank is dishing out debuffs to the Gladiator to reduce attack speed as well, and accuracy, I believe.
Yep.
So, those are also in effect, which is also affecting the Gladiator's damage output.
It's incredible. Again,
Hank does end up taking the win.
I have to say, I didn't expect to see the MK win that fight. Simply because Gladiators are,
I think once we saw the MK have a con build, I kind of saw it coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't usually see MKs go a lot of con.
That's true.
A lot of them are mostly int and con and whiz or something.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, if it was for an int build, it would have been a different story since Toy Miles would pretty much just have to get close once, bring out the combo, and that would have probably been it.
Absolutely. If it was an int build, you would expect him to go full whiz.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we have got Illuminati, the Cosmic Snipes.
Two names we haven't seen before?
We've seen Cosmic Snipes before, but
okay.
I don't think we've seen Illuminati before.
Illuminati confirmed?
100%. And yet again, it is another shaman.
Yeah, a lot of shamans this season.
Cool, so Cosmics is just kiting, using net launch to try to gather away. And even with net launch, it looks like the movement speed of Illuminati is higher than 100.
Yep.
Okay. Cosmic yet again, trying to stun him, get some distance, get some damage output as well. And there's the full combo. Pierce shot, frame slash, sniping missed, I believe.
And if I'm right, he won't be able to do a lot of... Yeah, see? So basically, it's the entire combo together with Chains of Light and then one attack and Chains of Light is off again. So really, you have to time your combo really, really good as a Saint.
Yeah, and that's what makes Saints a bit more harder to play. Like, because there's so many different aspects that you need for your combo to work. You need 4 key skills to be executed correctly.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think that's only fair. On the one hand, you're as a Saint, you have incredible, sustainability. But on the other hand, I feel like, and I know there's probably a lot of people that are going to disagree with this, especially as a shaman. But on the other hand, I think Saints are not maybe supposed to be a damage dealer, because they already have the sustainability, so I think it's only fair that they have to be really good to pull off a combo.
So in my opinion, you've also got the healing sort of Saint, but then you've also got the mage type of Saint, which is like a warlock sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they're the types that you're expecting DPS output from, but they're not meant to have as much sustain, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have as many heals, or their skills should heal based on the amount of damage they inflict, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Like some skills that drain HP from their opponent.
Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah.
But yeah, I definitely agree with you there. Saints aren't meant to be both, really. You're meant to have one, which is a healer, and then one, which is more of a damage output.
Which I guess you can see that problem happening with the Gladiator too, where right now the Gladiator is a tank and the damage dealer at the same time. And obviously it's actually supposed to be more of a damage dealer than a tank. But right now it's basically fulfilling the role of a GS as well as a Gladiator.
Absolutely. Saints are supposed to be tiny and cute, but they aren't. I mean, Saints are tiny and cute. They're just not as tiny as we hoped they would be.
They're tiny and cute, but they're also dangerous at the moment.
And they've got big feet. That's the most important part.
Oh my god, I see. NSFW is in fact a vegan. Oh god.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. NSFW is doing nothing but healing.
So they must have heard us, and they're like, well, I'm going to be the new vegan. I'm going to show everyone that I can be the better healer.
Vegan has probably inspired an entire generation of Saints to become like him. Oh my goodness.
Meanwhile, NSFW does in the end lose.
Yeah.
So, comfortable win.
And
for Yarim.
You know what? Unexpectedly, that was the last fight of the first round.
You're joking.
No, that was it.
Okay, either that went by a lot quicker than I thought it did, or we're talking too much.
We are talking a lot, yeah. I think we need
Okay.
to. I think we need to let the people enjoy the experience a bit more. So I'd say next round completely quiet.
Got you. From the whole of next round, then I will shut up. AFK.
Let's have a look at the ranking. Let's refresh real quick. And wow, Hank on the first spot with 4 wins. Incredible. Hank was the Magic Knight with the full con build that was able to defeat Toy Milos, mind you, which is not an easy feat. Congrats to you so far. And then followed by Yarim, who just won the last fight. I won gold. Where is Tenopane? Oh,
I don't believe Tenopane has participated with his court magician.
Yeah,
but
he
participated with his priest or shaman.
Shaman, yeah.
Saint, yeah.
Yeah, because it's so weird not to see a Tenopane in the first spot. I gotta say
Definitely
that.
is. Maybe he felt like just playing with his shaman more.
Yeah.
I mean, he does always play with his noble. So.
Yeah. Understandable. So yeah, we see a lot of court magicians saying, mixed up. I gotta say, it's very mixed up.
Definitely is, but there's a massive shift because obviously from the last season, the big change is there's a lot more saints at the top.
Definitely.
And there's not as many explorers now.
Yeah.
So we're definitely seeing it's a lot more balanced. Just need that gladiator to get a bit more higher.
But you're saying that we're not seeing as many explorers, but we are also not even remotely seeing as many explorers participating right now as we've seen in the last season.
Exactly.
So it only makes sense. We're seeing a lot of nobles and saints, especially shamans. So that makes sense that they're at the top right now. It's interesting.
I guess also, as you said, we are in the middle of a double XP event. So I'm guessing a lot of people are actually busy using their explorers to give themselves wings in order to grind that EXP.
Potentially, yeah, true. But no, it's interesting to see. I think if I think back, and I try to use my very good memory to remember the second season. So that was the first time we did streaming. I believe there was a lot of nobles. Then last season was a lot of explorers, and then this time around we have a lot of saints and a lot of gladiators. Yeah. So we're like seeing that it changed. I wonder if that's because the class balances are changing. Basically the meta is changing to other classes. If a class is more powerful, or if people are just bored and just want to try out something new. I'm wondering what it is.
Well, you got to think, when balance changes happen, your immediate thought is, cool, I've got to test this out. I've got to see, can I play this class now? Or how bad is this class got? Or how good is this class got?
Mm-hmm.
It's like in other games when other characters are being buffed, straight away, your first instinct is to play that class.
Of course, yeah.
So that's probably why a lot of people are playing Saint at the moment, is to try out how much of a difference a couple of changes made to a Shaman, for example.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that makes a lot of sense.
We're already noticing that the impact of a Shaman now is much higher and bigger than before.
Yeah, and all I can say...
Okay, carry on.
And all I can say to this is that we have a very special change coming up for the Shaman with the next patch. If it works, it's still a question of technicality, or the technical background if it works. But if it does, it's a skill that is in a way that has never been before in Florensia for the Shaman. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it works. And then that's going to be super interesting to see. But that's all I can say for now.
You can say one other thing. I guess, is it going to be a really good change? Or do you think you're going to get many players throw tomatoes at you?
Our main goal with the class balance patches are to make, well, first of all, balance the classes. And then second of all, make all skills a viable option to use, right? Absolutely. And all I can say is the Shaman has one skill that till this day is not very useful, but looks very, very cool when used.
Oh, I get the one you mean, yeah.
Yeah, and we're trying to make something extremely awesome out of it.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I know the skill you on about.
Yeah, Benko already knows which one.
There we go. Am I allowed to say it then? I believe it's called Deceitful Penalty.
Deceitful Penalty, correct, yeah. So again, hopefully we'll be able to throw in the preview next week, which I'm pretty confident we are. And then you're going to see our plans. No, there is no guarantee that it is going to work. But if it does, it's going to be the coolest thing ever. I'm so excited for this. Right, so they're already collecting names for the second round. Hopefully the second round will not be as confusing as the first one.
I mean, I think there was so much going on in the chat. I think the moderators just kind of got confused what was happening.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's calmed down a lot more now, though.
Push GSM, give magic defense. Guardian Swordsmen have so much defense, especially with absolute defense. They don't need any more.
And you got to think, imagine if you're duoing for priest or something. Their Blessing of Nature now gives you magic defense.
Yeah.
I mean, if you end up giving GS their own magic defense and then a priest busts them with magic defense buff, they're just going to be unkillable.
I already said jokingly today, if you give the mercenaries any more defense, they're going to have negative damage values, which are basically going to heal them.
Oh, no. I thought it was going to be more like you hit them and you end up hurting yourself because they're so damn hot.
Your weapons just end up breaking.
They've just got a permanent thorn shield or something. Can you imagine that?
Oh, yikes. Not against magic, not the gladiator, only the guardian swordsman. Honestly though, I gotta say, even guardian swordsmen, I think they're completely fine with magic defense. Again, especially when they have absolute defense on. But again, I have to say the guardian swordsman is not supposed to be a PvP class. And it's definitely not a good PvP class.
I mean, the thing is, if you give the Guardian Swordsman some magic defense and make them super tanky, they're just going to be in your face the entire time. They're going to be stunning you with auto attacks, and the only thing you can do is be like, yep, I'm out of here. Bye.
Yeah.
Just run away, because you can't kill them, they can't kill you. It just, it defeats the whole point. Why would you make Guardian Swordsman a PvP class when kind of a gladiator is meant to be more the PvP side? Guardian Swordsmen are meant to be more PvE, to my opinion. I think
that applies to every game, though. I don't know a game where a pure tank, is supposed or is good in PvP fights.
Exactly. That's where you have off tanks, which do damage output, but they're not as tanky as the pure tanks.
Which you can, by the way, do with the GS as well. If you can go a little bit more of a damage build with a GS, but then obviously you lose the tankiness. And then I suppose that the Guardian Swordsman could be a viable option in PvP. But of course, again, it does lack some skills like Bloodthirst, for example, to close the gap. So you're probably better off with a Gladiator in PvP.
That being said, though, if you do have any Guardian Swordsman suggestions, DM Celti of all of them. I'm pretty sure he would love to take any informative new things you've got lined up.
Definitely, 100%. You can send me a DM on Discord, or even better, use the feedback functionality on our official Discord server, because then that allows other people from the community to see that feedback and give a thumbs up or thumbs down, however they see it. And that gives us, on the other hand, a very valuable feedback on how the community, sees that feedback.
I don't get why a priest can buff magic defense, but why a Guardian Swordsman does no magic defense by nature skills.
Well, priests are a class that are made to support other players. The Guardian Swordsman doesn't really have self buffs other than the passives, which give him PH defense, so physical defense. Now, if you mean that, then I suppose you could try and make a feedback saying, hey, either Stone Skin or Shield Mastery could, have some magic defense, you can make a feedback about that and see how the community reacts to it. And if the community reacts well to it, then we can definitely think about that. But right now, even without any passive adding magic defense, only with absolute defense, the Guardian Swordsman is looking pretty good on magic defense.
I think another thing to consider is that I guess that will more come when it comes to changing skills completely and trying to rebalance stuff or, improve certain skills. That's when you then consider everything. Because if you start giving a class extra magic resistance, for example, you've then got to change everything else to consider that factor. So that could end up being a massive amount of work.
Yeah, we already had that, I want to say, problem when we added some magic defense to Blessing of Nature, as we weren't sure if adding some magic defense would completely break the magic classes. Now, as we can see, it didn't, luckily, so we don't really have to change too much there at the moment. But we got to be very careful with these kinds of changes, adding defense values somewhere, because that can easily just completely unbalance things. Right, after so much talking, looks like we have the first fight now for the second round, which is going to be Kiki. No, it's not going to be that. Well, according...
It looks like it's Dagobert v Kiki.
Yeah. So they're apparently skipping 10 fights again. Yeah, they are.
Because Kiki requested to be first because he doesn't have much time.
Oh, okay.
So I believe they let him go first for that reason.
Fair enough.
Which I don't see much of a difference because he still has to stay here for the entire fight. So anyway, Gladiator versus another good old court magician.
Wasn't Dagobert Duck the one? Ah, never mind.
I believe he didn't have the Berserk changes, so I believe he is running old school Gladiator.
Mm-hmm.
Kiki does get his combos off first, getting some slows down with Ice Ball and just doing some Fireball to get some bonus damage. Nice stun and grab by the Gladiator. Now doing his own damage over the time effect. Doing some heavy damage with the Gale Force.
That was a lot of damage, wow.
That was definitely a lot. Kiki's already lost 75% of his MP.
Yeah, but he's also regenerating 75% back now.
Just like, what MP? I've got it all.
That makes me...
again.
Hmm?
Oh, that crit on the Wrath of Earth. The second combo is coming out.
Oh, he's using the rest of the time to regenerate MP. Okay.
I believe he's probably taking in the factor that he's got cooldowns, so he's trying to make sure he stays healthy during that period, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Will try and teleport to counteract the bloodthirst, and I think Kiki was expecting it. You could see he was waiting for that exact moment.
Definitely.
And again, the crit out damage from the Gladiator. The damage is just crazy. Already, and Kiki's lost all his MP.
This is looking so interesting. But he's now inside. Oh, there you go. Okay. Looking grim, though.
I mean...
Oh, never mind.
Oh, there we go. 15 more seconds, or 12 more seconds, sorry, to rest and get your MP back.
15 seconds. Good old times.
30 seconds, even better times.
Oh my goodness. Can you imagine? 30 seconds.
Hey, I would put people to sleep for 30 seconds and I'll go make a tea or something.
That's how he was, yeah.
Let's go. Okay, and Gladiator's doing so much crits though.
Wanna bet there's the 200% crit rings?
Definitely. All Gladiators have those 200% crit rings, but that 4,591
it was 4,900.
Oh my god, that's even higher.
5k crit.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Every Gladiator you see will most likely have 2 of those 200% crit rings.
Yeah.
So they got a 400% crit rate, and that's not even including the normal chance of crit rate.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely something we need to look into. I mean, we are looking into, and we
honestly, that crit rate affects skills as well.
Yeah.
So that's insane.
But again, that's something that might be fixed.
By fixed, you mean nerfed?
Yes.
But yeah,
Right.
glad he does take the win, and he was quite tanky still. He was taking a
Yeah.
beating, and just dealing out that much damage is just crazy.
Mm-hmm. So meanwhile, let me just read the chat real quick. Magic damage is so high on normal class, don't get any magic defense, only pants. So that can't be overpowered magic def. If the GSM gets magic def by shield mastery, they would be the only class. How we're able to tank a magic class. And by the way, why does no mob do magic damage? Why does no mob do magic damage? Very good question. That's something I cannot answer you. And again, all I can say to this is if you think that the GS deserves some magic defense on one of the passives, you're more than welcome to write a feedback in the official Discord server, and we'll see how the community reacts to this. And however the community reacts to this tells us if that's something we need to take a very close look into, or just, you know, maybe put it on the list and then see later on, once we progress further into the class balancing, how it's going.
And I think, you know, coming back to this, when you said magic damage on bosses or mobs, for example, I guess if mobs and bosses were able to do magic damage, it would make a lot more sense to add magic defense onto a Guardian Swordsman.
Definitely, yeah.
But as far as I'm aware as well, no mobs or bosses do magic damage. So
that is correct.
It kind of makes it not really required to give Guardian Swordsmen more magic defense at this current stage, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, it only would help in the PvP, of course.
Exactly. Meanwhile, talking about the PvP, we have Goldworthy.
Yeah, and that's another MK with full con build, and looks like full con MK is the way to go right now.
I mean, because you can just sacrifice your HP for more MP. So a full HP MK just has all the resources they need and all the sustain in the world.
Yeah, definitely. On the other hand, they lack a little bit of damage, but again, I mean, they're so mobile. They can, you know, come in, damage, go away, come in, damage, go away.
Exactly. And a lot of their damage does come from the damage over time as well.
Yep. Right, looks like that was it. And
Chips v Zorby. We had a very similar fight. I don't think it was the exact same matchup, but I'm pretty sure. Was it the same matchup?
You know, I can't remember. Yeah, just like you said, the names are all equal almost. Like Zorby, Jibs, Zag.
I'm pretty sure Chiz was against another explorer. That's probably why I'm thinking it's the same. But we have got the Thorn Trunk and Touch of Death straight away. The Chains of Light did get about 8k damage off, so that's quite nice. Zorby now just doing the burst shot and trying to aim shot and run away. Waiting for the Armor of Light to run off, most likely.
Yeah, that's what they always do. Just wait for the Armor of Light to run out. But again, there's not a huge gap between the duration and the cooldown of Armor of Light, so it's only a small window where you can actually do a reasonable amount of damage.
Absolutely.
There comes the
here comes the sniping. Did that miss?
I didn't really see a lot of damage happening, so maybe?
I believe the sniping did miss.
Yeah, right?
Zorby now just going full on attack. I think they don't see a chance to win.
Yeah.
Thorn Trunk being the Touch of Death. I think that was more trying to do as much damage as they could. But
yeah.
Chips does take the win.
If sniping misses for a sniper, that's a lot of damage gone.
That's just tilting. You know, your best skill, your ultimate weapon in your arsenal misses. You just want to, you know, throw a bottle off your desk or something. I do that all the time. If my best skill misses, I'm like, okay, screw this, and I just knock a bottle on the floor.
FF20.
Yep. GG, well played. Report my skill for missing.
Bug. It's a bug.
Send a ticket. Hey GMs, my skill missed. Fix it.
Oh boy. Right.
Please don't do that, by the way.
No. I think sniping is very fine the way it is right now.
It definitely is. Except the bug with sniping.
And of course, I mean, if you are missing a lot as an explorer, there's always the option for hit chain.
Absolutely. They got a very considerable buff lately. Cool. We got Mr. Koblak, the NS.
Well, yeah, there was supposed to be Akashi versus Hank, I think, but oh well.
Hank needs to restart client, so they're skipping Hank until he restarts his client, it looks like. So they're carrying on with the next fight.
Okay.
So, Mr. Koblak v NSFW.
They're making my life really hard today.
I mean, there's so much chat going on where it's just difficult to realize what's happening. Okay. So, is this going to be the same as last time? Is NSFW just going to spam heal, or will we see him go on the attack?
Yeah, that's what I said. That's one of Vegan's followers, I think.
He just said yes. I'm assuming he heard what we said. He's like, yes, I am just healing.
Damn you, Vegan!
Just reply yes or no. Are you doing this purposely to make us stay longer?
I'm waiting. Yes, okay.
There we go. Okay.
Vegan, disqualified, thank you.
Vegan, stop converting people into you. He's starting his own cult, I swear. They're healing priests.
The unbeatable army.
The thing is, I guess, if the other player can't DPS or take them down, it's kind of just funny. It's frustrating for the other person. You're doing all this damage and you're just getting nowhere.
It is, yeah.
And I remember I watched some people go against Vegan before. They're inflicting massive amount of damage and Vegan just recovers it in one skill. And it's just like, why do I even bother?
Yeah, at this point I would just do a draw anyways.
Well, we got 4 minutes until we get our draw. So we have to see, will NSFW surprise us and unleash a surprise attack? Or will Mr. Koblak find the damage that he needs?
I think he already gave up and she's auto-attacking. Oh, alright, never mind, there's a burst shot. You know, we really need that...
Someone...
Huh?
The thing is, we did see this sort of matchup before, but...
Yeah.
Mr. Koblak's a sniper, isn't he? Oh, Excavator. So we did remember last time we saw this matchup, the Excavator would usually gas bomb, gun kata, and then stun him every single time he was about to hit.
Yeah.
And that's how someone managed to bring down Vegan in the end.
Exactly.
So if they tried the same tactic here, maybe that would work against NSFW too. But I just feel like, you know, they're not really towing the stuns. They're not really trying to do damage over time skills. And there's not really much to worry about for NSFW.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. But, you know, this got me thinking, if we see NSFW every week now, we really need that elevator music. And we're just going to play that music, and for 5 minutes, we'll just go AFK, and, you know.
We would just do that, and then you could, like, put on a photo or something of me just sipping a cup of tea. Just with like the most sarcastic eyes in the world.
Don't forget the pinky finger up.
Oh yeah, it's like not amused, guys.
I'm not amused.
Oh, so how was your week this week? Whilst we wait for the unedible draw.
You know, very busy. I have to say, a lot of things I got done. A lot of things I still have to do. Yeah, it was good weather, so I took the time to go outside a little bit, you know, take a walk here and there, which was very refreshing. With, I think we had 17 degrees at some point, which is, for me, is already t-shirt weather.
Ah,
what about you? Oh, look, there's this draw. Okay.
Oh, they both agreed with the draw in the end, and yeah, they had the draw early.
Perfect.
My week's been nothing but crazy headaches.
Crazy headaches? How come?
Work, people, food.
Work, people, food.
Yes. Work gives me headaches by the work I have to do. People give me headache by the, the stupidity of them. And food gives me headaches because I can't decide what I want to eat. Okay,
I see.
Thank you very much, Bankfast, for being super nice to us and saving us 1 minute and 20 seconds.
Oh, lovely.
Your reward is a nice signature from Celti.
A signature?
Yeah, an autograph signature.
And what would I sign, though?
I don't know. Whatever you give to your fan base club.
You think I should make some merch?
Why not?
Giiku Games
I'm pretty
merch.
sure. Yeah, do it. And then you can just put your signature on something.
Let me think about something funny.
Okay.
Like a little Cerberus.
No, that's not funny. That's cute.
Ah, right. Something funny. Okay. Does anyone have an idea?
It'd be more like Serbitus standing on 2 feet
No,
with
no,
a
no.
sword and shield in his hands.
I'm thinking about something more funny, like a little figurine of vegan just laughing and saying,
No,
"You can't beat
vegan.
me."
And then vegan getting one shot.
Or like a figurine of Eretica and a PS5.
Or him and a pineapple pizza.
Yes, pineapple pizza.
I believe he's got his PS5 now, so he's
He
happy.
does, yeah. He was.
That's why we've never seen him.
He was sending me a lot of DMs.
Ever since he got that PS5, we've never seen our favorite streamer again.
That's true. We're still waiting till this day. We're still waiting for the 24-hour stream.
I thought it was a 48-hour stream.
Yeah, it eventually turned into a 48-hour stream, but we're still waiting for both of them.
I've lost hope for that. I'm just I'm just chilling now.
Yeah, it's probably never gonna happen.
Meanwhile, we have got LT Lion v Mylar. So in case you missed it, I believe Hank did win the first match. I'm not sure.
Yep, I think so. Now they went into the crowd. That's fantastic. Oh, there you go. So this time, Toy Miles does have Berserk, but LT Lion is does physical based damage, so it actually does affect Toy Miles. But as you can see, it's just melting 7k crit.
Yeah. I mean, you take more damage, but you dish more damage, and in this case, LT Lion cannot handle the dish.
Mm-hmm. You know, I believe that the first time... No, actually, no. I believe at some point the idea popped up in my head that was like, should we make this skill percentage-based damage? But I think that's a clear no.
The thing with percentages is it can either A, work really good and look really good,
yep,
or B, it can really destroy the entire balance of everything.
That is correct, yeah. But
I mean, even if you get the right percentage on certain fields, then you've got the wrong percentage for another field.
Yeah, but the good thing about percentage, generally speaking, is it scales wonderfully in Florensia. So
I guess that's the stat that works on everything.
Well, maybe not with the damage output, you know. That'd be maybe just a bit too broken, but generally speaking, when it comes to defense reduction or speed reduction or something like that, that works just perfectly in Florensia. Right, so we have I win again. So Shaman versus Cosmic Snipes, which is a sniper.
No, really? I thought they were an excavator.
You never know these days. So
Okay.
Cosmic Snipes is not trying to stun Iwin while Touch of Death is on him, but then again, Iwin is not doing a lot of damage. Both people taking the time now to sit down and regenerate. Well, that's a strategy, I suppose.
Cosmic was quite distant, so I think instead of trying to run up and stun him, he just wanted to guarantee to get the movement slow reduction with the net launch. Because if you try to move in closer, you're going to take more damage anyway.
Yeah, so what was that? Was that 11.5k crit sniping?
It definitely was.
That
Good old
hurt. Well, that would have been the chance for Cosmic Snipes to actually win, I guess, but instead they turned away.
I don't think they were probably expecting to get a crit. I think, okay, I'm going to do a sniping damage. It's not going to do 11k, and then I'm just going to try to reset things and slow down again.
Yeah.
I don't think they themselves were expecting the crit.
Yeah, probably not, yeah.
Well, and there we go. The burst shot stops the healing, and we got the pierce shot and supernova, and that is it.
Very well played.
Let's call it supernova. I meant shooting nova. Supernova sounds cooler though.
Supernova definitely sounds cooler, yeah. I'm a sniper. I'm shooting supernova. Did you know the plural of supernova?
No, I do not. What is the plural of supernova?
I think it was supernovae. I think.
Supernovae sounds like a really bad word, I'll be honest.
A really bad what?
Bad word.
No.
I don't like the word. I'm never going to use it ever. A supernova. Oh wait, it doesn't even exist.
What, plural? Yes, it does.
Oh no, it's yeah. It comes in different flavors apparently.
What?
It's describing a supernovae as a flavor,
A supernovae flavor.
starting from different kinds of stars, ending up in different kinds of explosions.
Huh.
So it's like mixing acid and alkali together, and you get a massive explosion. That's a supernovae.
You know what also
It's
causes
like
massive
physics all over
explosion?
it again.
Gas bomb. And explosion. And mine trap actually.
No. Gas bomb and explosion, yes. Mine trap is a little.
No, I think
It
mine.
is literally compared to explosion and gas bomb. Mine trap lacks the FX.
No, I think mine trap looks the best out of all of them. I gotta say.
You're just favoritism, Exka.
No, I've actually never. For the longest time, I've never used mine trap until I figured out that it does a lot of damage. But obviously, you can't really use it in PvP because you can't just say, "Hey, can you just walk over my mine trap real quick?" You know.
So when you said before you figured out it did a lot of damage,
Yeah.
how long did it take you to figure out that it did damage?
We don't talk about that.
No, we're talking about this.
Okay, so if you want to say I started Florensia around 2010 and I was playing Excavator from day one, well, Explorer, but then Excavator from day one, I only ever started using Mine Trap about, that would have been, now I'm a bit out of, I can't remember when Flo relaunched, but I'd say 1 year before Florensia went down, that's when I started using the Mine Trap.
So about 2014.
Yeah.
So 4 years after you first played the game.
But I think at that stage, I only ever had it on 2 or 3, and I only ever started using Mine Trap for leveling once I did my Excavator after the relaunch. So I guess you can say 2018. 2018? 2016? 2017? I'm so bad with
the
dates.
relaunch happened 2016. I think it was around 2016 early.
Yeah, so and then it took me like a year to get level 40 plus or 50 plus for Mine Trap.
I'm just amazed. What, 6 years about Mine Trap?
Yeah, back then everyone just told me, "Oh, Mine Trap is bad, don't use it."
Well, okay. People trolling you.
Right, so meanwhile we have, this is going fast right now, I1 versus Yarimyarim. Right, so that's Court Magician. No, sorry, Magic Knight versus Sniper. And again, Yarim on an HP build, so very strong opponent, I think, for everyone. I wonder if MK con build is the way to go at the moment.
MKs have always been a very strong 1v1 class, so not really surprised that they're showing dominance a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think now that certain skills have been on cooldown and certain buffs have been changed and etc., we're starting to see the Magic Knights going back to how they originally were.
Yep.
That dominating 1v1 class.
Yeah, but I'm a bit surprised because I've seen a lot of full wisdom, or maybe not full wisdom, but full int builds of MKs. And, you know, generally speaking, I think that was the way to go. Or at least some form of int and con build. But, I mean, I suppose this is full con. I'm not sure. But, man, this is ruling the PvP right now.
Absolutely. I mean, int con was mainly used because it was the ideal setup for farming and grinding as well as being able to do damage output. You didn't really ever need HP in a PvP because with your Shade of Fear and Lure of Incubus, your Magic Knight was never getting touched much. But now with the nerfs, they're actually getting damage. They're starting to actually need the HP.
Definitely. Just a real quick shout out. Achim is distributing some codes again in the chat. Just remember, whoever gets the code first is the only one to. And my game just crashed, I think.
My game just crashed too. Lovely.
Okay. So let me just restart the game real quick. Meanwhile, just be quick and grab the codes that Achim is distributing. Again, those are just one-time use only. Oh wow, everyone crashed?
Everyone has crashed.
Oh wow.
Well, something happened there which the game didn't like.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Well, excuse the technical difficulties. We'll be back as soon as we can.
Dum, 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 dum,
Elevator
dum,
music.
Dum, 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 dum.
Dum,
Do, do, do,
dum,
do,
dum.
do. We need that. We definitely need that.
Okay. Oh man.
And we're back. Let me just set everything up. Yeah, it looks like half the server just crashed.
Cool. Looks like everyone. A lot of people are coming back, but half of people did crash.
I just logged out and crashed everything. Oh, that was Achim's fault. He logged out and crashed everyone. Oh
Lovely.
boy. No, that has happened in the past in very rare occasions.
Yes, it does happen. I believe we were at midway during the PvP during that time. So
Yeah.
I believe they will remake that PvP.
I suppose, yeah.
I mean, that obviously wasn't anything to do with the player's fault, but more someone else's fault. A typical bug.
Well, yeah, there's been some speculation that certain combos of skills will cause everyone around it to crash, but obviously that's something so hard to test.
It's incredibly difficult to work out if it is that, because sometimes their combination doesn't do it, and then sometimes it may happen, and it could just be a coincidence. Sweet, we're just going to have to wait for everyone to come back on.
Yep.
So could we please have some more elevator music?
I don't know any other elevator musics, but I do know that YouTube has like 10-hour compilations of elevator music.
Why would you know this? I don't even want to know the answer.
YouTube is a mystery in itself of what it offers.
Actually, I forget. So me and Celty were doing some stuff earlier, and he shared his screen to me. And oh my god, I have never seen someone with so many browser tabs open.
That
You
is
had
not true.
like 35 tabs open. I couldn't even see anything. I was like, what the heck?
That is...
And 22 of them were YouTube. Just
Yeah.
YouTube.
It's all like, yeah. I've seen worse. I've seen people with like 100 tabs open.
How can you work with 100 tabs?
Well, I don't know how you can work with 100 tabs, but I know how you can work with 35 tabs. It's called efficiency. How many tabs do you have open then on average?
Right, so at the moment I've got 3 tabs open. Most of the time I don't go higher than 6.
That's healthy, yeah.
And 2 of those tabs are mainly Facebook and Discord, so
Okay.
they don't count.
Wait, you're blaming me for having 35 tabs open, but you use Discord in browser?
Only on the Iceflux account.
Okay.
I never usually have it open.
So that means you're still active on Iceflux.
Only during only like once a day. I check
Okay.
the messages.
Okay.
Once a day.
So everyone, you just heard it here. You're always free to DM Ice.
If you DM me, I'll most likely ignore you.
Oh, that's mean.
I am a mean person, as we already proved along.
That is correct, yeah. Said many times. Now,
it does look like Sanjeevi Randall is happening again.
yeah, I just wanted to ask you, would you ever participate in the PvP League?
I would not.
Why not?
I mean, I believe I said this last time. I don't really have the time to starters play another game in my arsenal and grind that character all the way up to 90. Then get all the equipment I would need to participate. Like, there's a set of games I play currently, and like everyone else, you don't really have time to try to play new ones.
Yeah, no, I get that. MMOs are very time intensive.
Definitely are. And as you know, I'm addicted to Final Fantasy Online, which is destroying my time at the moment.
Oh boy. Oh, I feel like the second round's been going on for like 1.5 hours now.
We are coming up to 45 minutes.
Wow.
For the second round, which is 15 minutes longer than the last one.
Okay. Last one felt very quick. But I believe we're approaching the end, and I'm actually quite interested to see how the ranking is looking right now.
Be kind of interesting. There's been a lot of new faces as well.
Yeah.
So. And we have got Jim Apple v Lincoln.
And
I completely forgot I have Florensia client, which I'm on. So I was just watching the stream and commenting on it on the stream. Oh,
oh boy.
I completely forgot.
So Link, I believe we haven't seen him too many times. I think we've seen him once or twice last week, but today that's gonna be the first fight, I believe. Very strong opponent, we know about that. And no, it wasn't Link, it was Ten of Pain, right? Who would never use Protection of Mana.
Correct. It was last season Telepane just stopped using Protection of Mana. I don't know if they were flexing like I just don't need this skill. Or if they were just trying to show their dominance. But yes.
But very interesting fight here. Link just teleporting around a little bit, trying to gain some time until all the cooldowns are reset, and that works wonderfully for a noble, of course, with the teleport. And as the entire combo, Jim Apple uses the Crimson Dust to prevent Link from doing any damage, but the entire combo is already out, so maybe not the wisest time to use it. And there is the second lure of this fight, which gives Link obviously a lot of time to regenerate the MP and whatnot. And we're probably gonna see either, yep, there's a Shade, that's what I was expecting, either Shade or Lightning Shock and Shade. But Lightning Shock is a bit of a coin flip, so very good decision to use Shade right away. And then just doing some small damage. I guess Link is trying to just preserve a little bit of mana, but...
The DPS output with Fireball and Ice Ball toggled is higher than it would be a different skill.
Oh, really?
It casts immediately, so it's a lot quicker to do the damage output. That's why you see so many people using Fireball and Ice Ball so often.
But now comes the Raptor, Fire Pole, the Ice Ball, Fireball, and then Ice Bomb, and there's a Protection of Mana, Lightning Shock, another Fireball. Is that going to be enough? Jim Apple's really trying it with the Burst Shot now. And there is the lure, and that was just enough with the Fire Pole to finish this fight. If that Burst Shot would have been working, maybe could have been different. I'm not sure. Now, do we have another fight, or was that the last one for this round? Just waiting for the moderators to let us know. I suspect that was the last one.
It looks like it, as it didn't have the next matchup.
Yeah, so let me refresh the ranking, and quite honestly, it doesn't look like a lot of things have changed right now. So we still have Hank on the first spot, then Yarimyarim, Giiku, Goldworthy. I believe Dagobert Duck has gained a few spots, as well as Toy Miles. But other than that, everything has stayed pretty much the same. Yeah. So Tenopane, I think, has gained a few ranks as well. But yeah, so Hank is actually still on the first spot with 1,108 points. Relatively close, followed by Yarim, who's closely followed by Giiku, but still there's a lot of gap, or a relatively big gap between the points. But again, I mean, all it really takes is Hank to lose one fight against someone else who's below him, and the rank can look completely different.
Exactly, they could lose like 30 points.
Yeah.
Depending on the point difference.
Exactly.
So that's like, they are gathering names for, well, yep, gathering people for the last round of today.
Yeah, and the word is Ice Flux, by the way.
It's a very bad word. I think that word should be banned from Florensia.
I totally agree with that.
Can you push that for me, please?
Yeah, definitely will.
feedback.
No, actually, I think you have to write a ticket.
I don't have the time to do that.
Now, how's everyone doing in the chat? How's the week been for you guys? What are you up to? Are you excited for the next class balance patch as much as I am? I certainly am. And let's see. Yeah, so now they said just contact only once. Hi, Jeremy.
I don't understand why there's like a little party of QAT in the corner.
Yeah, right?
It's like they all came to say hi.
We have a lot of GMs online today. So we have the QA team over here. We have, I believe I saw Namika earlier. Seems to be gone. Okay.
We got Melina there. We had Cloud earlier as well.
And we definitely have a lot of people watching today.
Yes.
Fantastic.
So what do you think? 40 minutes to do the last round?
I'm hoping the last round to be a bit quicker, but who knows?
Well, we've already been warned that Bengvos is going to be doing 5 minutes every single round, if he can.
You know, that makes me wonder. I mean, you know, of course, everyone should be able to fight the way they want. But if you have someone just, you know, healing themselves, just going for draws, is that really fighting at that point? Is that really actively participating?
Technically, you're taking damage, therefore it is fighting. And if you've got a Thorn Shield on, you're doing damage back. So, yeah, technically it is fighting.
I guess.
And they get points for a draw. You don't get many. It's like a couple of points.
Yeah, but
because every point helps.
I think Vegan last time, he was like on spot 20, 25, something like that. So yeah, you do get points, but what do you get for the points?
Well, I guess, how many priests have you actually seen participate in the PvP League Season 3? Season 4. Jesus.
This season, you mean?
Yes.
It was
like 1 or 2?
Yeah, 1 or 2, something like that.
So you got to remember, because rewards are given based on each individual class. Maybe
no, I get that.
To participate against the shamans.
Yeah, I totally get that. I'm just saying, like, is it really worth it to participate when you're just healing yourself and not doing any damage? I just enjoy watching people not being able to kill me no matter how. Okay, you know what? I get that. I get that. 100% get that.
This is what I said earlier. It's tilting, isn't it? It's like someone does all the damage output in the world. You just heat it up, and it's just you're laughing like, try harder, man. And the other person's like, screw this damn priest.
No, I understand that now.
It's great. It's just so much more fun tilting people. Not like I would ever do that, but yeah.
You know, but once again, I wish I could already show you guys the draft for the next class balance, but again, hopefully next week. But all I can say is we have a little something for priest as well. Now, are they gonna like it? I don't know yet. Probably not. But we have something for priest as well.
Okay, I'm praying Bengvos is matched against Nobles. Hey, moderators, please rig the matchup so Bengvos is against Noble.
Noble is the only class I can last 5 minutes against. Yeah, Nobles are very strong. Yeah. Now I wonder how it is if you were to fight against a full con MK like Yarimyarim. But I suspect that Yarimyarim would still have a chance in this case. Right, still collecting the names for the last round today. Looks like they're nearing the end of that, though.
Someone requesting to go first, as they have got to go.
Yeah, today's taking very long.
Definitely.
But it's fantastic to see so many players participate. You know.
I think for me, it's just fantastic. Like every Sunday, I'm just seeing old people, like old people's faces, not old people, but.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Old names that I haven't seen for a couple of months. And it's just like, oh, I remember him. I don't like that guy. Oh, I remember that person. I love that guy. And
yeah, I think, like, it's just an event where, for a certain time period, every Sunday, people find together and have fun, you know.
Absolutely.
That's lovely. And I mean, even though they're fighting against each other, it's still you know, good. And you know, I think I don't know, perhaps there could be like a second version of the PvP League where it's like party fights, or not necessarily party, but like 2 versus 2, 3 versus 3, something like that.
It would definitely be kind of interesting, but
Yeah.
I mean, that would rely a lot on we wouldn't rely on the moderators being active. It would rely a lot on the players actually being able to turn up for those fights.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're relying on 4 people to show up at the exact same time.
Yeah.
And that can actually be, you know, it sounds really simple, but it doesn't always work like that. You never know what can come up in real life.
Definitely. No, but you could also make it in a way, for example, that you have all the people that want to participate, right? And you just let the system generate who they're playing with and against.
I mean, that could work too. I mean, I remember the event team did something similar to that in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say it worked out quite well. Some of the matchups were a bit crazy, but definitely worked out okay.
I think that could make it really interesting because, you know, we talk about this every time. It's really interesting to see PvPs happening, right? Very interesting to see how people fight, especially after changes and all that stuff. But it gets quite repetitive after some time. And seeing party or 2 versus 2 fights, I think that would be massively more interesting than seeing 1 versus 1, because the whole dynamic changes. And especially when you're fighting with someone you've maybe even never talked to before, that could be so interesting.
I mean, when you've got 2v2 fights, that's when, you know, if your partner manages to stop a skill with a stun or manages to set your partner up for, you know, an insane damage like touch of death and sniping, that's when, you know, those sort of plays actually make things a lot more exciting, like you said.
But maybe the chat has something to say about this. What would you guys think about a 2 versus 2 system instead of 1 versus 1? Would you appreciate it, or would you say
one
no?
other good thing about 2v2s. We won't be able to have Vegan being able to spam heal. They'll just, you know, 2v1 him.
That's true.
Sweet. Meanwhile, the first round of the third
round.
First round
First,
of the third round.
yeah.
First match of the full first round. Oh my god. Is underway. Nemesis vs Hank.
No, I thought that's Nemesis. You're right.
Nemesis. Is it Nemesis?
No,
Oh,
Nemesis.
sorry, it's Nemesis. Oh, I'm losing it, I thought. And Hank does pick up a comfortable win, but that was a very close matchup. Hank did
Yeah.
lose a lot of MP, a lot of HP. And that does mean Hank is absolutely undisputed, undefeatable.
That is
today.
right. Yeah. So
I believe
far.
he's going to be 6-0 at the moment.
Yep. Something
Showing
like that.
complete dominance.
And next one, Mr. Koblak versus Yarimyarim. Oh, let's see how the MK build goes. MK full con build against a excavator.
Okay, starting straight off with the Crimson Dust and using gas bombs straight away.
Yarimyarim doesn't seem to care too much as he teleported right in, probably to get the lightning shock out, but Mr. Koblak was able to stun first, running out of the range of Shade of Fear. Very smart move right there. Let's see what's coming next. Yep, Yarim trying to teleport close.
I don't know if you saw that, but Jan teleported closer and immediately Mr. Koblak switched direction because he expected the teleport going there. Very 9,000 IQ plays right here.
Yeah, it seems like Mr. Koblak just knows how to handle Yarim right now. That's insane.
Does get put to sleep. He's you know, looking at Lincoln, having sweet dreams about Lincoln. As he's put into a shade of fear. Realise that his dreams are actually nightmares and he's feared by Lincoln's the dreams of Lincoln.
Oh boy. Yeah, I was expecting that to be enough, but PvP recovery HP, yep. That was basically Yarimyarim just recovered the entire HP and MP, so very bad looking for Mr. Koblak, who honestly tried his best, but wow, that just goes to show how strong Lure and Shade can be. Look at that. From losing to completely winning.
Absolutely.
But again, Mr. Koblak is just hammering down everything they have. And Yarim again, halfway down Crimson Dust and just runs out of the Shade again. What an IQ play. And there's the Lure again. Just damn Lure. Mr. Koblak must be so upset about the Lure right now.
I mean, it's like, you know, you're hammering out like 10,000 skills to do X amount of damage. And they just unleash 3 skills to do the exact same damage.
Yeah. And just basically negate the entire damage you did in a matter of what? 12 plus 14 seconds.
Absolutely.
Sorry, 12 plus 15. What was it? 15? Yeah. No, 12. 12 plus 14? How long is Lure of Incubus again? I forgot.
12 seconds. It got
no,
nerfed
Shade is
15 to
12.
Wait, Lure of Incubus is 12. I thought, oh, is it 15 then? I thought you nerfed it from 15 to 12.
Yeah, I think so. It's both 12 now. I'm completely confused.
I'm pretty sure Lure is 12 and Shade is like 11.9, but it comes up to 12, yeah.
11.9. 11.9.
I swear, it ends literally half a second before 12.
And finally, Yarim wins. I gotta say, it's a bit sad for Mr. Koblak. I feel for him. He did play so well, so smart. And all Yarim had to do was click on Lure and Shade and win the match. It's a bit sad, I gotta be honest.
Meanwhile, we do have Goldworthy v Draco Jr.
Yep. Draco Jr.?
It's a very similar matchup, yeah.
Have we seen Draco Jr. before?
We have not. I think this is the first time we have seen Draco Jr.
Lovely. Another Excavator versus Goldworthy right from the get-go. Not an easy opponent to fight with. And
I mean, he did get the Crimson off though, which is stopping Goldworthy from doing much damage upper.
yeah, that is correct.
Draco is now trying to stun, get some damage over time effects off, trying to do some sort of damage output. But damn, Goldworthy just did some huge damage.
Yeah, but he missed a Lure on the other hand, so Draco does have a little bit of... Oh, but there comes the Shade, never mind.
He doesn't care if he takes damage from this. He knows he's got the win with the damage output needed.
38 seconds later, that was all it took. Now, I think even with Crimson Dust, MK probably isn't bothered too much about Crimson Dust.
They are bothered with Crimson Dust, but if their opponent's got less HP than you, you're not really that concerned. Especially if it's an Excavator. Excavators don't really have the big skill damage output that you really need to be careful about.
Correct.
You just got to be careful of loads of small amount of damages building up into one hell of a big combo.
Yeah.
Well, we have got Paralyze v Cosmic Snipes.
Yep. The sniping really took a big toll on Paralyze's MP, but still got enough to bring out the entire combo. Oh, that's one of the CMKs that we hear a lot lately. So let's say basically a Court Magician with some skills that are, I don't want to say 40 MK, but mainly used by Magic Knights. And it was very nicely timed lightning shock, but damn, that damage. Wow.
Meanwhile, Celty.
Yeah.
I believe you've got a group of cows in the top right corner that wish to be all acknowledged.
Oh my goodness.
Could you please notice every single one of them?
Hi Melina, hi Kitty, hi Jeremy, hi Ferox, and of course hi Bessie.
Are you calling Bessie a cow?
What? No, but Bessie was there. It'd be rude not to greet Bessie.
You literally call Bessie a cow.
No.
Yeah. Nope. Mute him, please. That's a mute.
Wait. Next fight going on. Daniel B versus Randall. Oh, yeah. Sniping did come out. Not a lot of damage. It was a 3.7k, something like that. Did I see that correct?
You did, yeah.
Okay, that's not a lot of damage for sniping. But looks like both of them are full con builds, so, or at least a lot of con, which I guess is quite rare to see for a Court Magician, really. Okay, no, definitely not full con. Oh, but misses shooting Nova. Okay, the stun comes a Gunkata. followed by lightning shock from Daniel B with the shade, and now the entire combo. Yeah, there comes the Raft of the Earth. How much damage? No, yep, 3.2k. And then, oh, I always forget the name of that one. That's Ice Thorn. And there's another lightning shock. Daniel B teleporting away. Maybe. Oh. Yeah, okay. Randall has this round for him.
Gotta say, the crit of a cool magician is like they're trying to do a bowling ball or something.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
It's like, and here comes the strike.
Next up, Akashi 974 versus Toy Milos. I think, yeah, no, we've seen Akashi, yeah.
We have seen Akashi quite a few times. Let's find out how Akashi does against the truck.
Yeah, I can't help. I was smiling again. Oh, I see Toy Milos as Ferox. Let me just get out of the range real quick. Come back. Yeah, that's fixed it.
So here we go. See how Toy Milos does against Akashi. I mean, the aim of the game is pretty much not to get hit, which already Toy Milos has already done.
Well, I mean, Akashi was using Lightning Shock, but that didn't work on Toy Milos.
I believe, yeah, it resisted, and then Upper Slayer or Upper Slash came out and stunned him for a second. Yeah. And already Akashi's lost 75% of his mana. Using Ice Ball, and again, Lightning Shock resisted. Lord does come out though.
Is it going to be enough? Now, all Akashi can do at this stage is probably just teleporting around, but Toy Milos obviously has Bloodthirst to combat that, and he doesn't even try. Yeah, he does now. Wait for it. There's the Bloodthirst. Now comes the Shield Bash, and now Toy Milos has all the time in the world to just hammer down on his opponent. And that damage, wow.
Just yikes.
Yeah.
And that crit. That was just two skills and one auto attack to deplete the HP.
It's incredible.
Tornado Slash, Lightning Recall, and one crit auto attack.
I mean, honestly, every time now I'm like in Dross or somewhere and I see a gladiator approach, I'm scared. I'm really scared. I don't want to be anywhere near that person.
You just see them sprinting at you at full pelt, and it's just like, please, no, lock out.
Wonder what Achim says to this, because he's a, I believe, a gladiator main.
He is a gladiator main.
Yeah. You know, maybe secretly he's Toy Milos. Yeah.
Maybe.
You know.
Vacuum exposed.
Right, so Zorby versus Illuminati. Looking very good. Actually, both pretty much the same. Zorby now just with... oh god, I just forgot the name. What was that? Yeah, burst shot and then trying to regenerate a little bit, which worked perfectly fine. Now Illuminati still has armor of white. There comes... Ooh, okay. Where's that? Yep, but that's a bit too late now. Touch of Death came out a bit too late, so all he can get out right now is just one skill. There's the net launch. Aimed shot.
Instead of trying to do another Flare of Darkness, he decided to do Revenant's Curse.
Yeah.
He did have time to do a bit more damage, but I'm assuming Revenant's Curse was to deplete the MP.
Yep.
Again, another Touch of Death.
Came a bit of a surprise to me, though, that he still did Touch of Death so late in the combo.
I guess it is kind of hard to land everything and perfect timing every single time.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a noble when they have to time their lightning shot with the Lord.
That's great. Oh, that was unfortunate. Oh my god. Okay, very close. And that was just, the Touch of Death just did the rest. No, it didn't. He's gonna win, Oh my god.
Take the win in the end.
I thought Touch of Death gave him the rest, but he still had that little tiny bit amount of HP that I just barely was able to see. And I thought that Pure Shot would have done the rest, but apparently Zorby was able to get out. No, sorry, Illuminati was able to get out that one extra hit and win the match. Incredible.
Absolutely. It does look like Jeremy, though, wants to do a QA v QA. He wants to clap you.
Yeah, I've seen that. Maybe sometime. Yeah, why not?
you got to remember, Celti won't even PvP me. He doesn't have the courage to PvP you either.
Yeah, I'm not a PvP player.
Cool. Let's talk about the actual PvP players, because you aren't a PvP player. So
And Toy Mile is just
win
standing in the
PvP
middle of the fight, it seems.
I mean, yeah.
Why not? I feel like Saint's still got to figure out a little bit about how that combo works with Touch of Death and not Armor of Light.
It was always the case of you would do Thorn Trunk, then Chains of Light, then Touch Death.
Yeah.
That's how I see a lot of people do it in the old days. But it's weird because every single step that you do to take that combo can easily be stopped or nulled. So
You know,
it's not.
I just realized something. Sorry for interrupting you. I just realized something. They might be confused because while Thorn Trunk wouldn't root you, it would slow you down quite a bit, right? So
Yes.
they were able maybe to get out an AoE damage, but we also reduced the duration of Thorn Trunk. So maybe that just brought them out completely out of sync, you know?
Maybe.
And is
That
Iwin
definitely-
seriously surviving? Yeah, okay, there comes the auto hit. It just had like 1 HP left.
Okay. Jim Apple does take the win though.
Yep. And guess what's
Better-
coming next?
Osborne v the wannabe healer.
Elevator music time.
No. They said that they won't be able to last 5 minutes against this. So let's see how
Right.
quick can Osborne take the win. Let's say what do you say, Celti? I want to say 1 minute 30.
I want to say 2.5 minutes.
2.5 minutes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We'll even do closest wins. Okay.
Perfect.
Cool. So let's see what happens.
It's getting ready to click the button. There we go.
Change of flight and immediately sits down. It's like, no, I want peace mode. Armor flight comes out, lightning shock. Osborne now being able to put some damage over time effects down with the Phantom Grief and Phantom Pain. Okay. He's recovering his HP. I think he's just spamming Vampiric Touch for now. Waiting for the armor flight to slowly come down.
Yeah, but I mean, with a lot of damage over time. And obviously, I mean, the MK can just go on and go on and go on. And it just never
And
stop.
They've not even used the. I think as soon as armor flight expires, that's when obviously Lure's gonna come out and Shade's gonna come out.
Yeah.
And here comes the main damage now.
You know, you might
Fireball, more Phantom Pains, and here we go. Osborne was just waiting for the armor flight to run out, and now he's.
And it's FW, come on! Come on, I believe in you, come on!
Don't believe in him. You know, Osborne is going to.
Ooh.
Osborne.
Oh,
No,
not the
no.
animation is stuck.
Oh no.
Is it stuck for you too?
It is, yeah.
Oh, okay, it just went away.
Okay. Osborne with the fire pole. 12 seconds in order to get 1 minute 30.
Oh boy,
Can he
that's
do it?
looking
10
very...
seconds.
Oh no.
5 seconds.
Oh no. Oh!
4 seconds.
Instant recovery! Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on!
1 second. No, 2 seconds. Oh no, it's not 1 minute
Oh,
30.
that damage. Oh, Arbor of Light. Come on, come on, come on.
Oh,
Yes,
no
yes,
way.
yes.
He killed it. How is
That
he
was
still alive?
incredibly close, but he's
What?
no, he's running out of mana. Look at that. He won't be able
But
to
he's
last
staying
too much
alive.
longer.
But-
And there's the shade.
8
You're still
seconds
closer.
more and you win.
Yeah.
Yeah. 5 seconds
2,
more and you win.
1, and I'm closer now.
Oh, that's no, I can't believe that. He healed himself with like 10 HP left.
Mm-hmm. And that
Crazy.
Armor of Light, though. He had all the cool in the world to put on that Armor of Light. I wouldn't... In that situation, I would have panicked.
It's still going.
Only the Explorer and Noble can regenerate the HP, MP, PvP, that, and normal. I'm not sure what you mean, top secret. Yeah, there we go. So 2 minutes and 43 seconds is what it took. But NSFW was right. He's not able to withstand a noble.
Absolutely.
Maybe.
And I believe it is difficult, I guess. I mean, as soon as your Armor of Light comes out, you're going to be taking heavy damage.
Yeah. But it might look different against the Court Magician because they cannot regenerate MP, you know?
True, but then, yeah, they would last longer for sure. Cool. Meanwhile, we have got Sanji v I1.
Pretty sure we've seen that a couple times happen already.
We've seen this matchup in the last few seasons of the PvP League. So, good old Shaman v, I believe it is I1 still an Excavator?
I can't click him. He's just running around. Come on. Hey. Oh, yeah. Okay. So Sniper.
Sniper.
Yeah.
Perfect. So, going to be waiting for the Armor of Light again, most likely to run out.
Yeah.
Just going to be stunning and...
Mario karting all around the map for me. There you go. I could have lasted at least 1 more minute if I didn't misplay. Yeah, but you still did very fine. I mean, MKs are just, you know, they just don't stop hitting you.
I was kind of expecting you to lose at 1 minute, like 30-ish, because you went super low on your HP then. Cool, so I1 is coming out with the big damage, and it looks like Sanji is going to lose this. As soon as Armor of Light comes out, as soon as it runs out, that's just all the damage just hits you hard.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but snipers are incredibly strong.
They've always been incredibly strong. You got to remember, Frame Slash, Pierce Shot, Shooting Over, and Sniping, all those skills combined does 20k damage. At least.
That's insane.
Actually, probably more than 20k. And that's not even including stuff like Burst Shot and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, and their auto attacks, so they do a lot of damage. Cool,
You will notice I have only physical defense essences, so basically whenever I play against a noble, my essences are useless. Oh, okay, that makes sense. So you're more geared towards physical damaged classes.
I mean, that makes sense. There's not that many magical damage classes that can really hit hard, like a Court Magician and a Magic Knight can.
Well,
that being said, Shamans are now starting to be able to hit super hard too.
That is correct, yeah. I still think they still have to like figure out the timing a little bit with the reduced duration of Thorn Trunk, but once they get that to work and figure out a system in which they can bring out all the skills, that's when they start hurting even more.
Absolutely. And I think I'm not the only one who says this. I think Celti would also say this, but we're actually both worried that you'll get it sorted so you can tank against nobles. Would rather you can't tank against nobles?
No.
Okay, looks like Lincoln has got the combo off first. Shades of Fear, Fire Pole, gain the Wrath of Earth, Fireballs, Lightning Shock again, Teleport, Skiing to the Ice Ball.
Look at that tankiness.
Yeah, and Chips is just taking it like a trooper. Healing himself up. I think Chips is fine waiting. Does get a Curse Leaf off and a Revenant's Curse down. But he's not really doing much. Armor Flight's back on again, so Chips is going to become super tanky again.
I was pretty sure I saw Chips trying to use Touch of Death then, but I don't know what happened. Got blocked or something.
It could have been when maybe Lincoln ran out of range, maybe?
No, it was just before the Shade.
Oh, okay.
Right, so there's a lure. Very much time to regenerate now. What a beautiful map.
The beauty. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie. I really do like the sea, the ocean.
You mean like, here in particular, or?
Yeah, it's just such a nice view, and honestly, the ocean for a 2008 game, the ocean is actually really well done in my opinion.
Especially after that 1C update, it just made it so much better.
Absolutely.
I don't know. Do you remember how it looked like? The old sea, how the old water looked.
I remember.
Yeah.
It looked a bit weird to walk in it, but yeah, it was not as nice as it was now. But even when you look at the sea map itself, the ocean and the way it was just done, it was just really nice in my opinion.
Really nice, yeah.
I honestly do believe that was the best point about Florencia. One of the best made parts about Florencia.
Just real quick, Benko, have a great afternoon or great night. Thanks for being here, and hopefully see you next week. Yeah, I mean, that was always the I guess selling point of Florencia, the unique C system, which till this day I haven't seen in any other game so far.
I would say there are small games out there which currently do have a really good C system, but they've only just come out.
Okay.
They've not been out since 2008.
But
sweet.
Funnily enough, C was always like you either just loved it or hated it.
I don't get why anyone hated C.
Right? It's beautiful.
Just stick a movie on. You stick a movie on a second monitor, and you just have fun. You're sailing on a nice sea.
Yeah. And it's so peaceful. I, for one, I love C. Whenever I do a new character, I basically just go on and once I reach level 5 or 10, I just go on C until like level 40. That's what I do. That's how much I love it. Right. Now.
Free Dagobert.
Yes, another gladiator. And then there's one more after this one, and that'll be the end of the third round.
Oof.
Can I use 75? What exactly?
75.
A weapon, probably.
Is that a bit disrespectful? I don't know. Just say, hey, before we start, can I use a low weapon?
I mean, gladiators just hit like a truck, no matter what. You could probably come here with the tutorial weapons and still do a lot of damage.
Very true.
Looks like he's waiting to for Armor of Light to run out.
As most players do. Just sitting down, stunning.
What's he doing? Just running around.
Yeah, Giiku is trying to do some damage output, but Duck's just wanting to unleash full-on havoc onto Shaman.
Oh, Armor of Light just run out.
Oh, but Dagbert has been Chained of Light, and he's super excited to hit the Giiku. Oh, and here we go. Just using one hand for now.
Where's the damage? I don't see any damage.
Okay. Is he just trying to win this one with one hand only? I haven't really seen
That's what it looks like.
But Giiku using Revenant's Curse over time is depleting the mana.
Definitely.
But yeah, it's a touch of death incoming.
And I think no matter how much Giiku tries it, it just doesn't have the damage. But I mean, I could be wrong.
I can't actually see what's happening currently, so I'm just going to watch the stream and find out what's happening.
Okay.
Okay. Dagobert did get some crits, but he is very low on mana.
Actually, I take it back. Giiku is looking better right now than Dagobert Duck.
He definitely is. While Giiku may be low on mana, if Dagobert Duck can't use any skills, he can use Shield Bash and recover some MP or HP, and that means that over time he's losing more HP.
And it just Dagobert just had a very fortunate crit against Giiku while they were trying to use Touch of Death. But second time was the charm, so that worked.
I honestly feel like, is there actually, I don't remember, but if someone stuns you midway of a skill, does that put the skill on cooldown?
So you have to differentiate between cast time and the animation time. Now, if a skill doesn't have a cast time but an animation, even if you get, like sniping for example, doesn't have a cast time but an animation. If you get stunned midway during the animation of sniping, it'll still come through. But if you get stunned, let's say during, while you're casting, any skill that has a casting time, that's when the skill gets interrupted.
Absolutely. That's how I remember it, and it's going to be pretty big when if you interrupt an animation skill though, to put that on cooldown as well, maybe. Cool.
Right.
Oh,
so
Giiku does take the win.
Yeah, Giiku did win. I don't know what Dagobert Duck was trying to there, if he was trying to win with a one-hand sword, if he was just trying to, I don't know. But either way,
I think he was just trying to have fun. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe he thought he'll know he's gonna win if he played normally. So I thought he tried to handicap himself and give it a bit more of a challenge.
Yeah.
But obviously, Giiku was a bit too much for him to handle, and he does take the win.
Now Cyclone, have we seen Cyclone before? I'm not quite sure actually.
We have seen Cyclone in previous seasons,
Okay.
but he hasn't participated in this season as of yet.
Those codes in chat, where are they supposed to be used? They're supposed to be used at florencia-online.com/redeem, but I'm pretty sure at this stage they're already used and they're one-time use only for the first person to get them. So unless Achim doesn't give us any more codes today, you'll have to wait until next week where we're streaming again at the same place, same time. And Achim is usually always distributing some codes.
Every single
there you
Sunday.
go. Just as we say it, he's already giving out some codes, so better be quick. They are gone very quickly.
And it looks like you weren't the only one organized this time. I think he's prepared a few more codes. Made sure
Yeah.
them out.
A lot of codes today, indeed.
Very generous.
Look at that, even more and more and more. Oh my goodness. Meanwhile, Jim Apple versus Cyclone. I mean, it looks like very, what do you call that? Stalemate?
I would say very even.
Even.
Stalemate is more they're doing the same thing but getting nowhere.
Ah, okay.
They are getting somewhere because obviously Jim is losing MP and Cyclone is losing HP. So
well,
this is more of they're very even.
yeah.
So Jim is just trying to do damage and stay away. Well-timed Crimson Dust though, while Cyclone was in quite close.
And
Cyclone dashing away.
we see again that, well, now I'm having a name bug. Cyclone is using one-hand sword again. Or, well, not again, but just like the previous Gladiator.
Is there, I'm starting to wonder if there's a specific reason to why. Do they have Berserker ongoing or something?
No, they don't. But I believe that might just be for the more defense. Although I guess when you're a gladiator playing against the ranged class, you should probably try to do as much damage and not necessarily focus on defense.
I mean, defense is very smart, but it's like when you got them in your clutch, you stunned them. Surely you would want to switch to a two-hand.
Yeah.
You know, they're not going anywhere. You've got them exactly where you want you. You're a gladiator. You want to unleash the damage, right? But
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're fighting a ranged class, so by nature you're already on a disadvantage. So I suppose you would just try to get as close as possible, and when you're close, inflict as much damage as possible. So it strikes me as odd that he's just trying to play defensive and you know, don't do damage as much as he could. But then again, I'm not a gladiator, so maybe a gladiator can clarify why that might be a wise. Oh my god, that's loud. Thank you very much for that input.
And this is why I have the music silent.
Right, but either way, that was the last match of today's week, so let's refresh the ranking real quick. Let's have a look at it. Da-da-da. So, we still have Hank, yeah, with the 6 wins on the first spot with 1,125 points, followed by Yarim with 1,098 points, has 5 wins, 1 loss, and then Giiku with 1,082 points, 5 wins, 1 loss as well. And when it comes to the other ranks, I think past the top 3, a lot has changed today. A lot. So we see Goldworthy, Randall, Cosmic Snap. That was loud again, thank you. Cosmic Snipes, Toy Miles, I1, Link. So it's weird. Such a different ranking than the previous season. I mean, weird, but fantastic, because I love to see other people be there. A lot of people, new people being active that we've never seen before. So, wonderful. Continue coming to the PvP League. The more, the better. Just don't be any more. Please don't make any more saints that can survive for 5 minutes. Make more gladiators with full berserk. That's great. We need more gladiators. Have we seen gladiator versus gladiator so far? We haven't, right?
We have not yet. I mean, that'll be kind of interesting, I guess. I
Yeah,
guess that'll come down to who's got the better armor and defense.
yeah, maybe, yeah. I'd love to see that. And maybe, you know, if you guys, if someone of you is pretty bored and has a Guardian Swordsman somewhere, you're more than welcome to join as a Guardian Swordsman. We'd love to see that too.
Just not be a gladiator.
Yeah, no, or not GS versus GS. But I think so far with this season, so that means the last 2 seasons plus this season so far, I think we've only ever seen 2 GS, and they were fighting against each other. Am I wrong?
Yep, you're right. We did have a GS and a gladiator fighting.
Yeah.
And to this very day, they're still PvPing, by the way.
Yeah.
I believe that was 2 seasons ago.
Yeah. Rumors go they're still fighting until this day, yeah.
I believe they'll still be fighting when the day flow ends up closing.
Oh my god. They were like, I think they were like inflicting each other about 13 damage or something.
It was more like 1 damage.
Yeah,
and then
something
they
like
would
that.
use shield bash, or they'll just run away, sit down. Cool, I've got 4k HP back. Let's continue.
Yeah, it would have never ended. Never. Right, but that was it for today's week. So that was the 2nd week of the 4th season of the PvP League. Iceflux, thank you again for being here. It's always a pleasure.
The next time, I'll make sure I leave it to the very last second.
You already did. It can't get any closer than 10 seconds before start.
It's not my fault. The boss still had 2% HP, okay?
No, goodness.
I had priorities, okay? Boss comes before stream.
Understandable. But yeah, everyone else who was here today and joined us, thank you very much as well. Of course, as all the participants of the PvP League. I hope next week is not going to be as confusing as this week. But we'll see, of course. And your fan club is now sad that you'll leave. Ice, what do you say we join the voice chat for a couple minutes?
No. Your fan club is not something you leave, is meaning you. So they want you.
No. They like you equally as much.
No.
Yeah, 100%.
Jeremy there does not like me at all. Right, guys, it was amazing seeing you all today. Celty will join the voice chat on public channel. Feel free to join with him and spam him with anything you desire.
All right, thank you, everyone. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see each other next week, same time, same place. Take care. Bye-bye.
Love you.